Good morning, dear second PUC students. I am Arun Kumar and I am English lecturer for you. My dear student, today is the first class. In this class, I am going to explain what is the syllabus you are having and what is the examination pattern. This is all about today what I am going to discuss with you people. Okay, first let us move on to the syllabus. What is the syllabus you are having? My dear students, before going to tell about the syllabus and then examination pattern, the first, I don't know how you completed your first PUC. However, you learned many things in the first PUC, but what to do? There was no space, means there was no room for you, which means government did not allow to make examination for you people. However, you passed your first PUC. I hope that you did your first PUC in a well manner. My dear students, second PUC, whatever the subjects have been kept for you and what is the syllabus has been kept in each of the textbook, that everything is very important, because based on the total marks, based on the knowledge that you are going to acquire in the second PUC, your final your further graduation will be decided. So that is the reason why second PUC is the very important. Second PUC is the turning point, and we don't have enough time. We have very less time. From today onwards, the classes are going to begin. Just imagine that if classes are going to begin from today onwards, and more or less examination will be held on March. If examination is going to be held in the month of the March, then how many months we are having? We have very less time. Of course, you don't worry. We have very less time, and at the same time we have very less syllabus also. Okay, some portions have been deducted. Whatever the portions, whatever the contents were studied by your previous year second PUC students, as compared to them, you have very less syllabus. 3 months will be enough for that, I think. Okay, okay, let us move on to the syllabus. First, we can look at the syllabus. What is the syllabus you are having? My dear student, your syllabus does consist of the 14 contents. Your syllabus does consist of 14 contents. Actually there are 14 contents. Out of 14 contents, 4 of them have been deducted. Only 10 contents you are going to study. Contents that include poem and prose. Romeo and Juliet. Next, Two Deer, On Children, A Sunny Morning, When You Are Old, The Gardener, Heaven If You Are Not on the Earth, Japan and Brazil Through a Traveler's Eye, The Water, Where There Is a Wheel. So this is the total syllabus of you. My dear students, you have very less syllabus. Actually 14 contents were there. Out of 14 contents, the number of contents were 14, but 4 of them have been deducted. Only 10 including poem and then prose you are going to study in this syllabus. The first, that is the poem called Romeo Juliet. Romeo Juliet, it is a wonderful poem that you are going to study in this second PUC. Romeo Juliet, which has been written by the William Shakespeare. You have heard many times who Shakespeare is. And next, there is a prose called Two Deer. It is written by Leo Tolstoy. The second one is a chapter. The first one is the poem and second one is prose. The first one is the poem and second one is the Two Deer, which is the prose for you. It is written by Leo Tolstoy. However, it is also a wonderful story. And whatever the things and what are the contents that you are going to study under this chapter, you will never forget, I think, because such kind of funny it is. And next, when you move on to the third one, On Children. Third content for your syllabus is on content. On content, it is the prose. It is also wonderfully written on what is that? Sorry, it's a poem written on the birds. And the next one is Everything I need to know I learned in the forest. Actually it was there, now it is not. It has been what is that, it has been deducted from your syllabus. Okay, let us move on to the next one. The next you are going to study is A Sunny Morning. A Sunny Morning, it is a drama. It's a wonderful drama. Wonderful characters are there, wonderful dialogues are there. Those dialogues you can use in your everyday life also. A Sunny Morning, it is also wonderful drama. The next one is you are going to deal here is what is that, When You Are Old. When You Are Old, which is written by W.B. Yeats. When You Are Old, actually it is the poem. It is the poem. And next one is The Gardener. It is written by P. Lankesh. Next poem is next prose is The Gardener. It is written by P. Lankesh. You might have heard P. Lankesh. Okay, he is a journalist. That also you are going to deal here. He is a journalist, Indian writer and journalist who wrote actually is a Kannada writer. And next thing is eighth one, to the foot from its child, it is removed. Now it is not kept for your syllabus, it is removed from your syllabus. You need not to worry about this. And next, I believe that books will never disappear. It is also removed from your syllabus, so you need not to worry about this. The next one is Heaven, if you are not on the earth. Heaven, if you are not on the earth. You can find it on the page number 90. On the page number 90, you can find this one, which is written by a Kuvempu. Heaven, if you are not here on the earth. It's a wonderful poem. Actually, it is written by Kuvempu in Kannada and it has been translated by C. Naganna into English. That also you are going to study and it is not removed. This one you are going to study in your second PUC syllabus. And next one is The Voter. It is written by Chinua Achebe. Voter, you can, before the Japan and Brazil through a traveler's eye. Japan and Brazil through a traveler's eye. It is written by the George Mikes. This one you can find it on the page number 96. If you have the textbook, please turn the page to page number 96, Japan and Brazil. It is written by George Mikes. It is also a wonderful, the prose, the contents can be remembered very easily and you can crack the examination well if questions from this chapter being asked. And next, next The Voter. The Voter, which you can find on the page number 106. If you turn on the page 106, you can find The Voter. Chinua Achebe, it is written by, is an African writer. It is also wonderful, which you can remember very easily. And next, Where There Is a Wheel, written by P. Sainath. It is a prose. This is all about the contents, my dear students. Today I have not explained anything more than the syllabus. Simply I explained what is the syllabus. Earlier it was, and what is the syllabus now you are having. Very limited syllabus you are having. Very limited syllabus. Wonderful stories are there. Whatever the stories or else whatever the prose and poems have been kept for your syllabus, they can easily be remembered. You can never forget them. Okay, even if you want to forget them, you will never forget if you listen the classes very carefully. So that is the reason why try to have a look on the video again and again and again. No issue, this is the syllabus. In this video I have explained, no need to revise this. But forthcoming classes, whatever the forthcoming classes I will be giving, try to focus on the words that I will be using and try to focus on the characters that you are going to find in the poems or prose or else in the drama, and try to focus the central theme of the story. If you focus on the central theme of the story, then you need not to worry for the examination point of view. But in the examination point of view, you should have to remember each and every line in your own way. Okay, it doesn't mean that you need to sit somewhere and then you have to buy it out again and again and again. You have to repeat the sentences. I am not going to say that. Try to understand what the story is. and try to understand what kind of questions are being asked and how to make answer for those questions. That also I will be explaining everything. So this is the syllabus you are having, and next to that but whenever I am going to explain the chapters or prose poems, try to keep a textbook with you. This is, you have the two textbooks. The first one is the text, that is by the name of the strings, and next one is the workbook. You should have to buy both of them. Okay, don't buy a book, borrow book from your friends and all. Buy the new book and keep it with you. Okay, this one. And next thing is, what is the examination pattern you are having? Dear students, examination pattern, that I am going to explain to you. So examination pattern, so examination paper will be set for 100 marks. You will be getting examination paper that is set for 100 marks. And what are the contents? How many mains will be there? Your second PUC examination, the first main, where there will be, the first main will be answer the following in a word or a phrase or a sentence each. Actually 12 questions will be asked, and all those 12 questions are to be answered. It is a compulsory answerable questions section. It is a section where 12 questions are compulsory. You need to attend all of them. For example, answer, the first one is answer the following in a word. You need to make answer in a word or in a phrase or in a sentence each. This is how you need to write. 12 questions will be there. All questions are compulsory questions which you need to attend. Again and again I am emphasizing here. Okay. And the next one is, but whatever the 12 questions are there, these 12 questions will be selected from prose and then poem. Prose and poem. So thoroughly you need to read prose and poem. Prose and poems should be read by you very thoroughly. Then only you will be able to make answer for the first section. Whatever the questions are going to be asked, whatever the sections that you are going to find under the first main, you will be able to make answer for all the questions only when? Only when you have read prose and poems correctly. Then only. Next, second main. Let us move on to the second main. Answer any 8 of the following, choosing at least 2 from poetry in a paragraph of 8 to 100 words. The second main, my dear students, second main will be answer any 8 of the following. 8 questions you need to make answer. Actually, how many questions would be asked there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 questions will be asked. In the second main, 10 questions will be asked. Out of 10 questions, you can leave 2 questions and you can select 8 questions which are more accurate. So 8 questions can be selected and you need to make answer for those 8 questions. Okay, 8 questions you need to make answer. Okay, and these 8 questions he has been asking here, choosing at least 2 from the poet. At least 2 you should select from the poetry, should not leave them. This is what, this is the second main. 8 questions will be asked and each question carries the 4 marks. And this second main, the sub answers will be starting from the number 13th question, from 13 to 22. Totally, as I said earlier, 10 questions will be there. Out of 10 questions, 8 questions you need to choose, and those 8 questions, and among those 8 questions there must be 2 questions from the poetry. Okay, fine. This is what, 8 question, each question carries 4 marks. Okay, fine. Next, let us move to the third main. Let us move on to the third main. Answer the following in about 200 words. Here 3 questions will be asked. Out of 3 questions, 1 question you need to, out of 3 questions, 1 question you need to attend. You need to choose and then you have to write on that question. That should be in a 200 words, at least more or less 200 words. Okay, this question carries 6 marks. The next, move on to the fourth main. When you move on to the fourth main, Passage from fourth main you will be having the grammar section. From the fourth main you will be having the grammar section. What are the things that are going to be asked in the grammar section? That when you come to the fourth main, read the following passage and answer the question set on it. My dear students, I am not going to write it on the board. I hope that you people are having the textbook in your hand. By thinking that you are having the textbook in your hand, I am explaining these things. Okay, now I am the 143 page number. Okay, a passage will be given, means a story will be given. It is an unknown story, it is an untold story. Usually you might have heard this story. Usually the stories which you have not heard, such kind of the stories will be given here. You have to read the story, you have to understand the story, you should understand the central theme of the story, and you should understand what are the important connecting dots in that story. And based on the story that you have read as a passage, the questions will be asked. Actually 10 questions will be asked. Each question carries 10 marks. Here you need not to worry, because the passage is given, you need to read the passage and the questions will be set on that passage, and you need to make answer for those questions which are set on the basis of the passage that you have read. Okay, stories are given here. Only one story will be given. Okay, and 10 questions will be asked based on that story. You have to read the passage and you have to attend all the questions. Questions will be very easy. Only thing is you should know English, very basic English that you should know, then only it will be very easy. Next, when you come to the here, yes, the next main where read the following lines and answer the questions. The passage will be given. You are going to read the passage and you are going to attend the 10 marks, and next to that poem will be given. It will be more or less 4 lines. 4 lines poem will be given, and based on that 3 questions will be set. You need to make answer for that 3 questions. Each question carries 1 mark. The total 3 marks you are going to get. It is the question number 25th. It is the 25th question number. Okay, next. When you move on to the next main, that is the 5th main. When you move on to the 5th main, question number 26, it will be complete the following by filling the blanks using the right form of the verb given in the brackets. Okay, as we discussed earlier, from the 4th main, grammar section will get started. When you move on to the 5th main, question number would be 26. What will be asked under this one? A fence what will be asked here? Complete the following by filling the blanks using the right form of the verb given in brackets. Okay, what is that? Small story will be given. A small story will be given where 3 dashes can be found. 3 dashes can be found. In that 3 dashes you need to fill that blank using the right form of the verb that is given in the bracket. Okay, the next to blank, within a bracket you can find the verb. The appropriate form of that verb is to be written in the blank space. 26. Okay, let us move on to the 27th. Report the following conversation. 27. Conversation will be given. What is conversation? The dialogue exchanged between 2 persons. Okay, report the following conversation. A conversation will be given. You need to read that conversation. And based on that conversation is to be reported. Means for this you will get 5 marks. I think, yes, 5 marks you are going to get by doing this. If you convert this given dialogue, given conversation into report, you will get the 5 marks. It is also very easy, you can do that, but to do that you should know the active voice and passive voice. What is active voice and what is passive voice, that you should know. To understand the active ways and passive ways, you should know the different types of tenses. What is tense? Present tense is there, past tense is there, future tense is there. You should understand these three kinds of tenses. In present tense, again we are having the four classifications: simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect tense. That also you should know. And next to that, when you come to else when it comes to the past tense, in past tense also, simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense. These things you are going to learn. And when you move on to the future tense, simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. So these are the different things that you are going to actually that you should have studied, in your previous year, in the first year. If you are if you are okay with these tenses, present tense, past tense, future tense, then in this semester I am going to let you know what is active ways and then passive ways. I will teach you what is active ways and then passive ways. If you know the active ways and passive ways, then it is very easy to report the speech. Conversation is given, 5 marks you can get very easily. If you want to get that 5 marks very easily by reporting the conversation given there, before that you should know active ways and passive ways. What is active ways and what is passive ways? Okay, for example, I drink coffee. I drink coffee. It is written it is in the passive voice. I drink coffee. It should get translated. It should get turned into what is that? Negative. Sorry, passive voice. I drink coffee. Coffee is drunken by me. I drink coffee. Coffee is drunken by me. Coffee is dash in bracket drink bracket close by me. This is how it will be given. What is the appropriate form of this verb? Drink. Third form is a drunken. Drunken is to be taken. Okay, that everything I will be explaining you. Okay, I will be explaining you when I am going to take the grammar class. Okay, fine. And next, the question number 28. Question number 28. It will be very easy. 4 marks very easily you can get, but the basic English you should know. If you know the very basic English, then you will be able to get this 4 marks each. Complete the following dialogue. A will be there and B will be there. Means Arun is there, Sharan is there, Chandru is there, Manohar is there, and conversation is going to be shared between both of them. Means dialogues are being shared between both of them, and where you can find some blanks. In the place of the blanks, you need to fill them with the appropriate or else the suitable sentences. Okay, for that you are going to get the 4 marks. Dear students, let's next move on to the question number 29. When you move on to the question 29, fill in the blanks by choosing the appropriate expression given in the bracket. For this, a small story means a piece of small story, a space in the story given there. You should have to use the linkers. Okay, appropriate expression given in the bracket, that I will let you know later. For the 2 marks you are going to get 2 dashes will be there. Both the blanks should be filled up with the right expression. Those expression you can find in a bracket. Next, fill in the blanks with the right linker. Filling the blanks with the right linker. What is linker here? Linkers will also be given, that I will be discussing. The next, when you move on to the 6th main, read the following passage and make notes by drawing and filling the blanks in the given. Means a passage will be given. You need to read that passage very thoroughly, and brackets will be given like this. This is the table, this is the chart will be given. This chart can be filled with the help of the passage that you have read. Okay, here is the passage. By reading this package, you can fill up this box. I will let you know how to do this. Next, when you move on to the question number, that is question number 31. When you move on to the question number 32, write a letter of application in the response to the following advertisement which appeared in the XYZ papers. Letter writing, job application letter you need to write. That also I will be explaining you, for which you are going to get 5 marks. Very easily you can get 5 marks. Next page, next question number 33. When you come to the question number 33, you need to, what is that? Imagine your, I am going to read this. Imagine your college union president. On the occasion of the college day, you are given the responsibility of presenting the welcome address. You need to prepare the welcome address. The data to prepare the welcome address will be given here. For example, native of Karnataka, education, and present post, that everything is given here. Based on this, you need to prepare the welcome speech by imagining that you are the college union president. You have to feel yourself in the place of the president, college union president, and based on that you are going to prepare, means you should have to prepare the welcome address. How you are going to do, for which the 5 marks I will be explaining. Or instead of this, introduce the guest. You need to introduce the guest. For that speech you need to write. Okay, fine. And next, when you move on to the 7th main, when you move on to the 7th main, what do the underlined words in the following extract refer to? A story is given where you can find the pronouns is, they, he, their, where, place. Pronouns will be given, that I will be let you know. Actually 4 refers will be given, 4 words will be given. You need to fill up the blanks with for whom they are going to refer. Okay, next, when you move on to the page number 35, rearrange the jumbled segments to form a meaningful sentence. This one. Okay, for example, sentence is given. For example, I go to a temple. It's a very simple sentence. I have taken here as an example. I am going to temple. It will be mismatched, means whatever the 5 words that you have found here in these letters will be misplaced. You need to put them in a right place. For this, 1 mark you are going to get, my dear students. This is how. This is the total examination pattern. For you people. Okay. For this, I don't know how you are in English, but the thing is, you should have to put a more effort, because only one subject you are not going to refer here. Only one subject, only by passing English only you are not going to get a very good position or else very good score. Okay, all subjects are very important. Kannada important, English important, whatever the subjects you are having for your academic course, all subjects are very important, and everywhere you need to put more effort. You have to put more effort. Okay, this is all about the syllabus and then examination pattern, my dear students. Okay, to crack your second PUC examination well, few tips are there. What are the tips that you are going to follow from today onwards? Okay, more or less from today onwards, almost all subjects lecturings will be uploaded. Whatever the uploaded videos that you are going to watch, don't simply watch them. Before watching them, try to read the textbook. For example, I have already told you that tomorrow in the next video I will come up with the active voice and passive voice. In the next video I will come up with active voice and passive voice. What active voice and what passive voice? Before you are going to watch this video that will be uploaded tomorrow, or else according to the timetable that is set, before that you should know some information about the active voice and passive voice. How is it? How sentences will be transferred from active voice to passive voice? And before that, to translate or else to change active voice sentences that are in active voice into the passive voice, you should be good at present tense, past tense, and future tense. Tenses are very important. Unless and until knowing deeper about active voice and passive voice, tenses, it is not possible to understand active voice and passive voice very easily. My dear students, this is what I am going to say you. Learn present tense and subtypes of the present tense, subcategories of the present tense. What is present tense? what is past tense, what is future tense, and how sentences are going to be framed there, where to use is, where to use or, where to use am, where to use was. At the same time, you should know where they should not be used. Was is the word which should not be used when you are going to frame sentence in a present tense. Is the word that should not be used when you are going to frame the sentences in a past tense. Will is the word that should be used when you are going to frame sentences in a future tense. This is the very basic thing that you need to keep in the mind. For example, I don't know how many of you are understanding this one, and few of you are from the Kannada medium and few of you are from the urban, rural, something like that. But English is very important. Whatever the dialogues, whatever the sentences I have been using throughout this video, they are very simple. Okay, very simple sentences I have used here so that you can understand. Okay, you have to understand whatever I am going to explain here. So that is the reason why very simple sentences I am framing. Okay, fine. Dear students, again I am going to let you know that for the next video I will come up with the activize and then passivize. To understand that activize and passivize, you should be good at tenses. For example, here can you say in which tense it is written? For example, I am going. I am going, it is a sentence, and one more sentence, sorry, this is the sentence I am going. In which tense it is framed? Is it framed in present tense or past tense or future tense? If your answer is present tense, very good. Again, next question on this. Is it I am going? Is it a simple present tense, or is it a present continuous tense, or is it a present perfect tense, or is it a present perfect continuous tense? Earlier it is present tense, okay, there is no doubt, it is present tense because am is used. Am will be used only in a simple present, in a present tense only, am will be used in present tense only. Am cannot be used with the past actions, am cannot be used with the future actions, am can be used only with the present actions. Okay, no issue. I am going. In present tense, is it simple present tense or present continuous tense or present perfect tense or present perfect continuous tense? To make answer for this question, you should know what present tense is. What is the syntax? What is the formula to be followed to frame the sentences in a simple present tense? What is present continuous tense, and what is the formula to be used to frame sentence in a present continuous tense? And what is present perfect tense, and what is the formula that is to be used to frame the sentence in a present perfect tense, and what is the present perfect continuous tense, and what is the formula for that to frame sentence in a present perfect continuous tense? If you know answer for these questions, then only you will be able to say that in which tense it is written in. Actually, if your answer is it is a present continuous tense, very nice. That's good. And one more sentence I am going to write here. I had gone. The one more sentence I have written here, this is I had gone. What is this I had gone? I am not asking you what the Kannada meaning is. In which tense it is written? Is it written in present tense, or is it written in a past tense, or is it written in a future tense? However, you know very well that there are three types of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Then in which sentence, in which tense it is written in? Is it written in present tense, or is it written in a past tense, or is it written in a future tense? I had gone. If your answer is it is in a past tense, then I am pretty much happy. Yes, I had gone. Yes, I had gone. What it means? I had gone. It is written in a past tense. It is a past tense. Okay, fine. It is not future tense because will is not used. It is not present tense because have is not used. Instead of have, had is used. It is past tense because had is the second form of the verb. Had will be used only when the action is done in past tense. Okay, I had gone. Okay, in past tense, is it simple past tense or past continuous tense or past perfect tense or past perfect continuous tense? To make an answer for that question, again we should know what is past tense and what are the subcategories of the past tense, in which what is simple past tense, what is simple past tense, what is past continuous tense, and what is the formula to frame a sentence in a past continuous tense, of course in a simple past tense. And of course one more thing, what is past perfect tense and how to frame the sentences in a past perfect tense, and what is the formula which can be used to frame a sentence in a past perfect tense, and what is past perfect continuous tense and how to frame the sentences in a past perfect continuous tense, and what is the formula or what is the syntax, what is formula means rules and regulations, what is the rule that should be used to frame a sentence in a past perfect continuous tense. If you know this, then only you will be able to make answer for this I had gone. If your answer is past perfect tense, then okay, right, okay, this is what you need to know. Few examples I have given, my dear students, very few examples. Okay, when I am going to start the active voice and passive voice, one thing, as I said earlier, you should know present tense, past tense, future tense and subcategories of these tenses, and then what is that, what are the formulas will be used to frame sentence in those subcategories of the present tense, past tense and future tense. Okay, so that it would be easy to get connected with me when I am going to start past active voice and then passive voice tenses. And one more, I will go. I will go. One more sentence I have written on the board, that is I will go. Is it present tense, past? Is it present tense, past tense or future tense? If your answer is future tense, then good, very nice. It is future tense. It is future tense. Will is used only with the future tense. If the things are going to happen in the future, today evening, tomorrow morning, day after tomorrow, next year, after next 10 years, whatever it may be, future. Even half an hour later, okay, no issue, future. Will. Okay, this is the statement which is written in a simple future tense. If it is I will be going, it is a future continuous tense. Future continuous tense. Dear students, I hope that you have studied all this in a first PUC. If you have studied them very well in a first PUC, then if you remember them, do you remember them? If you remember them, then no issue. It would be very easy to understand what active voice and passive voice is. Many times when you go through the newspapers, in newspaper, whatever the report that you are going to read there, whatever the report that you are going to read in a newspaper, most of them will be in a passive voice. Most of them will be in a passive voice. Sir, active voice should we learn to turn them into? Yes, active voice, that's what I told you. Active voice means learning the tenses. What are the tenses that you learned in a first PUC? All of them are in a active voice itself. Those sentences that are written in active voice, you need to get them translated into passive voice. And one thing, if you know the active voice and passive voice, if you know the direct speech and indirect speech, then active voice and passive voice, then conversation can be reported very easily. Report the conversation, for which 5 marks you are going to get. 5 to 6 lines, more or less 4 line or 5 line or 6 line, not more than 6 lines. Only 4 or 5 or 6 lines will be given. Those 6 lines you need to report them. Means that is a conversation. You have to read that conversation. It's very easy. I will be explaining that. The first you should know active voice and passive voice. After active voice and passive voice, I will let you know how to report the conversation. This is how you are going to score more very well. Okay, this is the thing, my dear students. What are the things that we discussed today? Today we discussed that what is the syllabus you are having. Totally the 14 contents were there, but now you are having only 10 contents. 4 contents have been removed. Actually they are the bigger contents, they have been removed, you need not to worry about them. The next, examination pattern. Examination pattern, the half of your examination means half of your examination paper will be set on the textbook, and rest of the half of the, and the rest means half of the your question paper will be set on what is that, grammar. That grammar, in that only you can crack good marks. Okay, fine. And next, one more thing I told you, that you should know the basic things, tenses, present tense, past tense and future tense. What are these and how to frame the sentences in this. Okay, if we have forgotten them, please read them. Next video I will come up with the active voice and passive voice. Thank you, have a nice day.